looking for. You got that big global ultimate with the gangplank. If Set comes around a turret, that's when his ganks are going to be strongest. When he runs straight at you and you can just
Gangplank pushing heavily in the top lane. And here comes Set. That's the flash. Gets the pull back. The sleep is there. There's no cleanse. The paddle star, the true damage. Ruzzle getting an early advantage is big. And oh man, they're going to look to punish again.
He's got the Hex Flash down there, but balling. Some good trading here.
There's indeed a lot of damage back and forth. Kobe, the first pick, Kalista steps forward. The Rend goes down. Hylissang gets taken out with the Pierce. Kobe and DOS, they pick up the 2v2 kill, and Misfits
the champion that was not very popular for a long time when you just had to be all about that early game impact. But we know the games are slowing down. Selfmade wants to lane on over towards the top side of the map as well. But look at this Selfmade coming around. Good kick.
That's it. Selfmade finds Febiven, and honestly, that was too easy. Barrage available for Dandan as well. Do Misfits fancy a fight? TP's now completed in the mid lane. DOS is taking a lot of damage, but look at Hylissang. He's getting melted. Sleepy Trouble Bubble will be able to tag down one. That's a stun.
Side of the river for Misfits, and now Misfits are setting up this huge play down towards bot. They're going to run into Selfmade.
Ender, you called it. You said exactly how Razuk was going to tower dive. Walking behind the tower, and with the help of DOS's Nautilus, that's another kill onto Bwipo. It's at the cost of Kobe. Here comes Fnatic. The Destiny and the Gate delivers Nemesis to the Fnatic faithful, and it is a triple kill for
with Selfmade sitting underneath the tower, ready to respond. Nemesis with the Gate on forward, and now Bwipo teleporting up towards top side. He doesn't have any of the slows, but he's zooming.
Yeah, he really is. Blink and you'll miss it. Selfmade,
oh no, Dandan's tanking.
0-1. Dandan was taking the turret damage. Throws down a powder kit. It's getting nommed. Feast. Delay. And actually, this is going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that should take the tower there with everyone walking up too. So Fnatic not making the play just yet. Nemesis technically does have TP, but no Destiny Gate means Fnatic will
just working towards that Triforce. And now the boss DOS.
Do they have the damage to kill him though? I'm inclined to believe yes, there's a lot of CC from DOS, but they would probably have to bring up Razork to make this happen.
The wave clear from Bwipo's Cho'Gath obliterated that minion wave. He's got himself a Frozen Hose, has got that Super Soaker to spray down and slow anybody in front of him. Sleepy Trouble Bubble from Febby. Paddlestar gets blocked by the Unbreakable, and there's no support elsewhere. So as long as Febby is keeping some attention in that middle lane, it has allowed Razork, Kobe, and DOS to secure the second tower.
So this is really interesting, because right before the Drake spawns, Misfits putting all the...
But look at Bwipo up top.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge win for Fnatic. They're going to get everything. They get the top lane tower, which will end up making it a trade from what Misfits were able to do, and they get the Drake. And it's all because of not Nemesis sitting inside the jungle, you know, picking off DOS there. It's the ultimate from Reckless that forced both Razork and Febiven to walk into the top side of the jungle. DOS didn't get the memo. He's like, hey guys, Dragons go for a lot of poke within team fights. He's going to have to be very mindful of when key abilities are on CC, namely that Rupture for Hilly, who does get caught out here.
Yeah, but where's the follow-up? Dredge line comes down. That's a lot of damage coming up from Razork and Febiven. Paddlestar won't find the kill. The true damage will, though. Razork finds the hit. Rupture comes up, 5-man stack for the Misfits. Sleepy Trouble Bubble onto Bwipo. Dredge line pulls him backwards. Kobe gets another. Destiny has been thrown down from Nemesis, but so is the Rift Herald in the mid lane. The hold stands. There goes the charge from the Rift Herald. Cannon Barrage is now flying down, and multiple members of Misfits are continuing the siege.
Yeah, really nice stuff there from Misfits on the siege. Hylissang once again steps too far forward, gets punished there from Misfits, who will now net themselves 2 turrets off of the push. In the meantime, top lane
stacks are going to stick a lot. Do Misfits stay? They're taking a lot of damage.
Look at the flank.
Trouble Bubble gets missed. Gold card is primed, gets thrown out. The slam dunk unstoppable. Kobe gets the kill into Nemesis, but there's Bwipo on the front line. He manages to throw out the Rupture as well as the silence. It won't be enough to help him. Dandan is sitting on Reckless. Now they're running for their life. Kobe hopping, skipping, jumping, using that martial poise. Pulled backwards by Razork. 3 kills. Selfmade and Reckless need to pull a miracle. Razork is going to get a big shield.
He can do it. He can do it.
Dandan steps forward. Not even in the pit. That's slow. That's late. Selfmade is shut down.
Up there, but Bwipo gets destroyed, and Dandan so patient underneath that fight, waiting for the flank. Even footing right now, because Misfits with the Baron buff are going to be cleaning out these towers. Kabe very close to finishing off the Death Dance.
Got that Hex Flash if he really wants to make a bold move. Redemption used to keep the minions alive, and Dandan's in the mid lane. Hylissang just gets chunked out by that Paddlestar, and near flawless siege on this tower.
I mean, Febiven's playing great, continues to land these bubbles onto Hylissang more often than not, but that buys them this top lane inhibitor. Fnatic can't make the engage happen. You see Selfmade on the bottom of your screen trying to look, can he find an angle, can he find a flank for that big kick, but it's just too hard at this point in the game when there's so much CC that can stop him in his tracks.
Cannon Barrage comes out. That is a sleepy Cho'Gath, gets pulled back, slam dunked, and Razork ends up dying. He bit off more than
exactly right. So Fnatic just going to be farming that one up for the time being. The problem comes if they continue to get hit by these bubbles as Misfits push forward. It doesn't matter if they have a Baron. If they stack two waves on top of each other,
I'll be asking the question.
If they get a Baron,
right?
it's going to look better.
Definitely the case. No. Those odds are not increasing right
15%.
now. 15%. Self-made, forced to use the stopwatch, uses the kick backwards. He's not gone down yet, but look at the turnaround. All of a sudden, Hylissang is the sacrificial lamb to the slaughter. Wimbo has thrown out the ghost of the Super Soaker. He's in trouble. The
10%.
sleep will not find someone to get caught out, and DOS will not be able to connect with the dredge line. So Selfmade escapes. Hylissang concedes his own life, but now at what cost?
Yeah, they can try to hit this tower right here. Nemesis on the AD. Twisted Fate doesn't have blade. Good knock up.
That was indeed Cobby's going to be able to flash away for safety for now. Whippo will not be able to find the kill. Fate's call will pull DOS out of trouble, and while that's going on, Dan was pushing the inhibitor turret. Gold card goes out, he eats an orange. It's okay, the flash gets out.
This has the TP to get in here as well. Whippo can just eat this one and get the soul for free.
He's going to try that immediately. Teleport comes out, is going to be secured. Fnatic get themselves the soul, but they might lose the game. There's so much damage coming down from the Misfits side. They've already taken out Whippo. Now Fnatic running for their lives. Sleepy, Trouble, Bubble, won't find anybody to sleep. Dan has hopped over the wall, no flash to chase. Paddlestar won't find a target. Now Hylissang's in trouble. Dan will get caught up by the gold card. He parlays himself. Dredge line onto Nemesis. Exhaust goes down. It's another kill to Misfits, and it's Dan that gets it. Razork is ushering in minions in the mid lane, and they're looking for the win.
Yeah, Misfits still on the push right there. The first tower is going to fall. Misfits have minions down bot lane as well, while supers are pounding on the Nexus turrets. It's really just Reckless left to try and defend this one, but I think there's way too much to do it.
Absolutely the case. Inhibitor number 2 and number 3 are going to fall. Honestly, the speed and the pace of this game has kept you and I yelling for what feels like 15 minutes. They are up in the lead. Now the Baron is under some threat here, actually. Fnatic have got themselves a chance.
They can burst this.
Somewhat scattered. Feast is available. And look, Misfits, they realize it. They have backed away. Look at the bottom lane. Nemesis, his ultimate is timed out. He has no TP available. This is advantage Misfits.
Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. He was trying to recall, maybe see if someone was coming towards him, but he will be able to group up with the team. And the Baron has not been started up just yet. And here we go for Misfits. Fnatic do have a nice collapse right here. But again, Kabe is a massive problem. And they don't have a great way of dealing with him without a flash on Whippo.
They don't. I love Selfmade throwing up the emote right now with such a tense situation. By the way, Predator is the Omnistone choice for Nemesis. It has literally just changed. He's dinged levels.
You've got to get him away from the pit.
Do they have enough damage to burst it down? Whippo's not there just yet. 6,000 HP.
Whippo can flash into the pit very soon.
Here comes the ghost. Whippo's got flash soon. Dan is waiting in the river. That's the smite outside of the fight. 2,500. They've done it! Fnatic have got the Baron! Misfits did not land the final kill, but the dredge line will catch on a Hylissang. Can Misfits win the fight? DOS has been pulled backers by the Fate's call, and now they're going to be dashed all the way forward. Whippo! He gets the feast! Fnatic are fighting back! What are the odds? They're not going to kill Kobe just yet. He goes down to Reckless. Supers are inside the base, and Fnatic...
They're going to be able to knock out this turret, and with the Baron, they could actually just keep pushing towards the base here if they wanted to, but with the
benefit. But look at Nemesis. He's pushing in the mid lane with the rapid fire cannon and the Gun Blade. Destiny has been used, full vision. Destiny, gate is now popped into the mid. Selfmade is inside the pit, the 5v5. Fate's call has been used. Nemesis the target. He flashes away from the dredge line. That is huge. Now all of a sudden the Elder is going to be the focus, going to move it towards. That's the smite available. Elder is picked up by Fnatic. They get the Elder. They get control. Despite having no base to speak of, it is Fnatic with all of the buffs.
And Fnatic still run down into towards that bottom lane. That inhibitor is now exposed. This is their inhib to take. Misfits all calling their entire team back towards the base. Looks like the Baron buff has worn out for the time being, but Fnatic aren't done.
No, they're not. Selfmade takes a lot of damage. He's got the
faster. They didn't. They went for the slow and steady. They went for the inhibitors, and now it is Fnatic with pressure in every lane.
And also Febivin, 3 completed items to Nemesis is 4. There's an item disparity on that lane.
What can they do? How can they clear the waves? They can't without Gangplank here.
No, they cannot. Cleanse has been popped there by Febivin. He's got Ignite as his second summoner. Dan tried to use the powder keg, but all of a sudden, Fnatic have taken the inhibitor. While that's going on, Nemesis is pushing the top lane. It's 8 towers secured for Fnatic. They're just 1 shy of Misfits. Rupture once again goes out. Super Minis in the bottom lane. Super Minis will start pouring through the middle lane, and the third inhibitor is now under siege. That's the push forward from Razok. He's trying to find a target. Das has taken so much damage, and despite the sleep onto Hillisang, there's no follow-up. Third inhibitor is just falling.
Oh man, it's looking like 80%, 90% now for Fnatic inside the base. We've lost 6 inhibitors inside of this game, and now Bwipo looking for Das.
He's looking for it indeed, but he's already been feasted. He's already been gold card. He's already been deaded. Razok is the next target for Reckless. He's hammering away. That's the kickback. Kobe will be caught up by Selfmade, but a fantastic flash escape keeps Kobe alive. It does not matter. Fnatic have found the fight that they needed. They picked themselves up 3. Nemesis is on stage, the Nexus turret, as Kobe is now running for his life. Dan and Kobe, the last 2 members standing. Misfits had the game within their grasp, and it was lost to them as Nemesis will tower dive. He won't be able to finish it off. The rest of Fnatic turn back to the Nexus. From the clutch of defeat, Fnatic take down Misfits.
100% Fnatic snatch it away from them. Misfits were knocking on the Fnatic door right there, but they turned it all around with an insane Baron steal, a beautiful team fight, and quite frankly, just gave themselves enough time to come back in that one.
Plastic high five, my man. That was such a fun game to end the day. Guys,